Hi, it's Edu from Kinetic Armatures, and today I want to show you what makes the difference between a good ball and socket armature and a crappy one. And because the most important part are those, the ball and socket joints, we are going to go deep into how they work.
Oh yeah!
That's Tim, one of the puppets from Olivia and the Invisible Earthquake movie that it's going to release on Spanish cinemas this 21 of November. Inside him there is a ball and socket armature that is what really allows animators move puppets smoothly, frame by frame, holding positions for as long as they need. We call each one of those points of articulations a ball and socket joint. There are lots of different shapes and sizes for those, but the main two types are the single and the double ball and socket joint. All the joints that you can see here are from Kinetic Armatures, so if you are interested in those, you can find the link in the description. But how it works? The mechanics behind are simple. A ball trapped in two cavities, allowing it to rotate from its center. If we check it closer and we break it apart, the inferior plate has two sockets for the balls and a threaded hole in the middle for the screw. A good rule of thumb is that the socket hole should be half of the diameter of the ball. That normally works. And the top plate is exactly the same, except that the hole for the screw must be bigger than the screw itself, so it slides free. Ideally, the socket is not just a hole, but the opposite shape of the ball. This is normally made with a ball and mill. Our goal is to control the amount of contact area in the socket, enough to have a smooth movement and good friction. Now, what really makes a high quality joint is the precision. We are talking about dimensions that the eye cannot see, but your fingers will feel it when you are animating the puppet. The sockets must be completely aligned and everything should be symmetric for the forces to be equal on each ball. And to see all this, I had a great idea. What if I make a big transparent acrylic joint? It's so cool. I'm sure this will help us understand really well what's happening when it doesn't work properly. The beauty of this kind of joint is the wide range of movement that you can get. From one side to the other, and up and down, all around the socket. At this point, let's talk about the most common problem you might experience: the tracking. This is every armature maker nightmare. Every time that you feel that the ball fights on you and it doesn't move free, you've got tracking. There's something wrong in that joint, in the ball or in the assembly. To demonstrate you how this common issue happens, I've machined a second plate with a small deviation on the hole. This will break the alignment that I've been speaking about, and it will create a weird movement on the ball that will frustrate every animator. Now, as you can see here, instead of a cap contacting the ball, it's just 2 points of contact. And this creates a gap in the joint. It's really bad, and if you take a look, it's crazy to see that. This will make animators fight the puppet each frame, and it's a nightmare. I've been through this situation and it's really annoying. Here it's super obvious, but most of the times your eyes cannot see it, but the tips of your fingers will feel it. With good contact, we have a pivot point. The ball can move 360 degrees. But if the ball just touches in 2 points, then we have an axis of rotation. And if you try to go against it, you will feel the friction. It's not good at all. If you also have traumas like this, please share it in the comments. It will be so interesting to read them. Next, in the typical ball and socket issues, we have the bananas. If the plates are too thin or too flexible, they will deform. And then the forces will be no longer right. Next issue would be the oval balls. If they are not spherical and perfect, the movement will be no longer fluid and consistent. In some points it will be easier to move, and in others super hard to move. As a puppet maker, my job is to give the animators the best tool possible, and this is the main reason I spent the last 15 years designing and improving our joints and our production methods to make sure that they will perform as smooth as possible. I think we nailed some things. One of them is machining every single joint here in Barcelona, locally, so I can go to the factory every time we make joints to make sure that the tolerances are on point and every single piece that goes into production is as I expected. And the second thing is having a super heavy quality control. Of course, all this increases the cost of those parts, but in my experience, saving money in the puppets will increase the cost in the animation itself, because it will be harder for the animators to animate those puppets. I felt so in love with that big ball and socket acrylic joint that I had to make a smaller version to display it on my table and enjoy it every day. And it's so cool that I thought maybe you would like to have one. So from now on, you can pre-order yours at kineticarmatures.com. The idea is that we will make them along this month and ship it by the end of November. I hope you liked this episode. It took me a lot of time to make it, but I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, if you liked, please subscribe, and if you can share it, it will help a lot the channel. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.